Let us learn circuit of DC motor. So circuit representation. Let me take first as DC shunt motor. So this is DC shunt motor having back EMF EB, and it has armature resistance RA, field resistance, shunt field resistance is RSH, current is IL. This current is distributed here. So current in armature is IA and current in shunt winding is ISH. So here it will be written as IA plus ISH will be IL, and if I have to write its voltage equation, it will be V equal to EB plus IARA. If brush drop is neglected, then it will be EB plus IARA, and ISH, current in field winding, will be given by voltage across it, which is V divided by its resistance, so that is V by RSH. So if voltage is constant, then ISH will also be constant, and field flux phi depends on what? Field current only. Therefore field flux is also constant. Okay, so this is what DC shunt motor. DC series motor, so field winding is connected in series with armature. There will be field current which is equal to armature current. Supply voltage is V, field resistance is RSC, back EMF which opposes supply is EB, and armature resistance is RA. So here V will be written as EB plus IA. Two resistances RSC and RA will be in series, so it will be RA plus RSC. Okay, and here IA is ISC, which is field current also, and it is proportional to flux is proportional to phi is proportional to armature current. If I compare shunt motor with series motor, it is what DC shunt motor. So number of turns in shunt winding will be more than that of series winding, and this will be of higher resistance, so will be designed for low current rating, and this will be of lower resistance and will be designed for high current rating, right? That is shunt field winding is always greater than series field winding, and as shunt field winding is greater than series field winding, so this shunt field winding will be thinner and it will be thicker. Thick winding will be there, right? And number of turns will be greater than this. So as resistance is high, it will be designed for low current rating. So shunt field winding is designed for low current rating, whereas series field winding will be for high current rating, right? So this is what series and shunt motor, and if I go for compound motor, so I will have, say this is long shunt compound motor. This is series field winding resistance, and it is series shunt field winding resistance, back EMF EB, armature resistance RA, and supply voltage is V. Okay, current will be I or IL. This current will distribute here. It will be current IA, which is flowing in armature, and it will be ISH. So here we can write I equal to IA plus ISH, and EB can be written as V, or EB can be written as V minus IA RA plus RSC. Shunt field current ISH, that will be voltage across it divided by its resistance. So voltage across it is V, and resistance is RSH. So this is what long shunt compound motor. And if I go for short shunt compound motor, supply voltage V, current is R, which is ISC also. This is RSC, series field winding resistance, back EMF is EB, and its resistance, armature resistance RA, and this is shunt field resistance. The current will be distributed like this, IA here and ISH. Here again, supply voltage V will be EB plus IARA plus ISC. If I follow this loop, so it is ISC RSC, and ISH, current in this is voltage across it. What is it? It is V minus I into RSC, or ISC, I can say ISC into RSC by RSS. Total voltage across it is this voltage. Okay, so this is what short shunt compound motor, and this was long shunt compound motor. Let us see various relationship for solving numerical. So torque and speed relations, torque, speed, and back EMF also. So we know the things. Torque of motor is given as T equal to 1 by 2 pi phi Ia Pz by A. Keeping this as constant and Pz by A for a given motor is constant, it can also be written as torque is equal to K phi Ia. K is constant, which is 1 by 2 pi into Pz by A. Similarly, back EMF EB will be phi Zn P by 60A, or EB will be K phi N. We know it. Z, number of conductor, P, number of pole, A, number of parallel path for given motor will be constant. So it will be written like K phi N, and it is also given as V minus IA R, right? R may be RA in case of shunt motor, or in case of series motor it will be Ra plus Rsc, will also be given as K phi n. And flux in machine phi depends on what? Field current. It depends on field current. For shunt motor, phi is directly proportional to field current, right? So T, which is equal to K phi Ia, this implies, as in shunt motor, field current, which is shunt current, is V by Rsh, is constant. So as Ish is constant, phi, which is directly proportional to Ish, will also be constant. Therefore, I can write torque is directly proportional to Ia, right? And back EMF EB, which is K phi n, that is EB directly proportional to phi n. As phi is constant, I will write this as EB is directly proportional to n, which can also be written as V minus Ia R is directly proportional to n, because EB is written as V minus Ia R or IAR. For series motor, flux depends on series field current Isc, right? We know series field current is armature current. That means it will depend on armature current. So as torque can be written as directly proportional to phi Ia and AB directly proportional to phi n, we need to see how to replace phi. In shunt motor, phi was constant because field current was not changing at constant voltage. But here phi, which depends on armature current, and armature current will be variable, it changes with change in load. So phi cannot be treated as constant. Phi will increase if load increases, right? And phi will increase up to a certain value, that is saturation value. So we will see saturation also. So let us consider two conditions, saturation condition and unsaturation. In unsaturation, phi will not be constant, but in saturation phi will not increase beyond certain limit. So in unsaturation condition, phi is directly proportional to Ia. Therefore, torque will be directly proportional to Ia into Ia, right? That is Ia square. Torque is directly proportional to Ia square, and EB will be directly proportional to NIA because phi is replaced by Ia, right? And for saturation, phi equal to constant, say K dash. Therefore, torque directly proportional to K dash Ia. K dash is constant, so I can write torque is directly proportional to Ia only, and EB directly proportional to, we know N phi, or directly proportional to N into K dash, because phi is replaced by K dash, which is constant, or I can write EB is directly proportional to N. So this is how we can relate torque, speed, back EMF to solve numericals. So let us proceed for few numerical. Very first numerical is a 500 volt DC series motor has resistance of 0.25 ohm and runs at 500 rpm when taking current of 50 ampere, right? Calculate speed when current is 30 ampere and flux is 60% of that of 50 ampere. So what is given here? V supply voltage for motor 500 volt series motor, resistance, so it is not mentioned armature resistance or field resistance, therefore this resistance will be considered as total resistance, that is Ra plus Rsc is 0.25 ohm, right? It is running at 500 rpm when current is 50 ampere. And what is expected? Find new speed if new current is 30 ampere and flux phi dash is 60% of original flux, that is 0.6 of phi. Okay, so what is EB? Is K phi n. We need to develop two relation between speed. For that we have back EMF, which can be given as, because to find speed we require expression in which speed is involved. So speed is involved in back EMF. EB is directly proportional to phi n, as it is series motor, and what we are seeing, flux is not constant, it is changing, so flux will not be constant, right? It will be variable and it will be replaced by IA also. So if I know EB is directly proportional to phi n, in new case, as flux is changed, back EMF will also change and speed will also change, right? So taking ratio of these two, I can replace this proportionality by equality, and I can write EB dash by EB will become N dash phi dash by N phi. So here we need to find EB and EB dash, then only we can find new speed. So what is EB? In terms of given value, V minus IA Ra plus Rsc. For series motor, V is 500 minus IA is 50 and resistance is 0.25. So it will be 7.5. So it will be 500 minus 7.5, sorry, 0.25, 15 to 0.25, it is 12.5. So 500 minus 12.5, it will be 487.5 volt. We got, so this is equation 1. We got this value EB. Now let us find new EB dash, new EMF when armature current and flux are changing. So obviously back EMF will also change. So EB dash will be, supply voltage is same minus armature current is changed, whereas resistance of armature and field is remaining constant. So it will be Ra plus Rsc only, right? So EB dash equal to 500 minus what is new current, 30 ampere, into resistance is same. So 30 into 0.25, 500 minus, sir, it comes as 492.5 volt. Okay, so we got EB dash, we know, and we know relation between phi dash and phi. Only unknown is N dash. So we can use 1 implies, what is EB dash? 492.5 divided by EB we got as 487.5. N dash they are asking, and phi dash is 0.6 times of phi, 0.65 divided by N. N is 500 into phi. So this implies N dash will be, we can solve it, 492.5 into 500 by 487.5 divided by 0.6. So it comes as 841.88, that is 842 RPM. Right. Let us go for next numerical. What is given? A 220 volt DC series motor is running at a speed of 800 RPM and draws current of armature current of 100 ampere. Calculate at what speed motor will run, developing half the torque. So when torque developed is half of original torque, then what will be speed, right? That they are asking. Total resistance of armature and field winding is given. So R, I can say R is 0.1 ohm, which is RA plus RSC, right? Assume unsaturated magnetic circuit. Unsaturated means phi is directly proportional to IA. So they are asking new speed. So we can relate back EMF only. EB is directly proportional to N phi. And we know phi is directly proportional to IA. So I can write EB is directly proportional to NIA. Right. Similarly, EB dash, new EB dash will be N dash IA dash. Okay. Now we need to find EB first, then we will see how to find EB dash, and later on we can relate these two to find new speed. Okay, so I can write here EB dash by EB will be N dash IA dash by NIA. Okay, so this is say 1. Now we know our original armature current, but we don't know new armature current, just like previous numerical. In previous numerical current was given, but here current is not given, so directly you can't calculate EB dash, whereas EB can be calculated. EB we can calculate. EB is V minus IA into R. What was V? V was 220 volt minus current was 100 ampere, right? And resistance was 0.1, so it will come as 210 volt. But for finding EB dash, we need to write V minus IA dash into R. IA dash is unknown and EB dash is also unknown, so two unknowns are there. You can't apply directly to find EB dash, but they have given relation. T dash is equal to torque produced in new case is half of original torque. What is torque? It is directly proportional to phi IA, but phi is directly proportional to armature current. Therefore, I can write torque is directly proportional to IA square. Okay. If original torque is directly proportional to IA square, then new torque will also be directly proportional to new current IA dash square. So from here, relating these two, I can find new current, right? Therefore, T dash by T will be equal to IA dash square by IA square. This implies, what is T dash? Half of T divided by T equal to IA dash we don't know. IA square is known, 100 square. So TT cancel and you will have IA dash square as 100 into 100 divided by 2, that is 100 into 50, 5000. So this implies IA dash will be under root 5000, it comes as 70.71. So new current is, original current was 100 ampere, now current is changed, so we can find EB dash. EB dash will be V. What is V? 220 minus new current is 70.71 into R is 0.1. So you will get 220 minus 70.71 into 0.1. It comes as 212.93 volt. So putting in equation 1 implies EB dash by EB, which was given as N dash IA dash, N dash IA dash by NIA. From here I can put value EB dash. EB we got it as 210. N dash they are asking. IA dash just now we have calculated 70.71 divided by original speed was 800 rpm into IA was 100. Therefore N dash will be, it will be 212.93 into 800 into 100 divided by 210 divided by 70.71. It comes as 1147 rpm. Right, so this will be the answer. Here directly EB dash was not calculated, but they have given a relation of torque, that in new case torque is becoming half of original torque, and from there we have calculated new current by following these relations. Numerical is given a 250 volt DC shunt motor with armature resistance of 0.08 ohm when connected to 250 volt DC develops a back EMF of 242 volt at 1500 rpm. Find armature current at start, back EMF if armature current is 120 ampere, and speed of machine if it is operated as generator delivering 87 ampere at 250 volt. Right, so given values is 250 volt. Shunt motor, it is armature resistance is 0.08 ohm and back EMF generated is 242 volt. They are asking what is armature current, and armature current at start, third they are asking back EMF if armature current is changed, that is 120 ampere, and fourth if it is generator supplying 87 ampere at 250 volt, then what will be speed? Right, so let us find first current. As it is DC shunt motor, it is what? DC shunt motor. So we know V equal to EB plus IaRa. From there Ia was written as V minus EB by Ra. So first I want to find Ia. It is V 250 minus EB 242. Ra is 0.08. It is 8 by 0.08. That is nothing but 100 ampere. Second, at start means N is 0. So this implies back EMF will be 0. Right? Because back EMF is directly proportional to speed. Therefore, Ia at start will be given by V by RA, V minus 0 by RA. What is V? 250 by, so it comes as 250 by 0.08, it comes as 312 for huge current. Starting current is very high, right? And this current must be limited, otherwise it will damage machine. Third part is, if IA is 120, then what will be back EMF? So back EMF that we know as EB equal to V minus IA RA. V was 250, new I is 120 into RA is 0.08, so it comes as 240.4 volt. So this was new back EMF. Now when it is operated at generator, they are asking speed. So for generator, let us find first what is generated voltage. E equal to V plus IAR. We know this formula, right? For generator, voltage, terminal voltage was 250 plus IA is now 87 into RA is same 0.08, because same machine is acting as generator. So it will be 250 into plus 87 into 0.08. It comes as 256.96 volt. Now they are asking speed. So we know in shunt motor E or shunt machine, E is directly proportional to N phi, and it is shunt machine, phi is constant, therefore I can write E is directly proportional to N, therefore E dash is directly proportional to N dash. So I can write here E dash by E, N dash by N. E dash means generated voltage, E by back EMF, EB equal to N dash by N. Therefore N dash can be calculated. It will be, if I put value, E is what? 256.96 divided by EB is 242, because we will take EB 242, not 240, because corresponding to this EB we know speed, right? And corresponding to this calculated value, speed is not known. Speed is given 1500 RPM. So into 1500, it comes as 256.96 into 1500 divided by 242. So it is 1592.7, that is 1593 RPM. Speed is 1593 RPM. So when machine is operated at generator, we can apply same procedure to relate speed and back EMF, and we can calculate new speed, right? So that's all for the numerical.